History is the study of past events. It is particularly important to note the word past in the definition, because as American poet Robert Penn Warren said, history cannot give us a program for the future, but it can give us a fuller understanding of ourselves and of our common humanity so that we can better face the future. This means that while it is important for Clemson to educate their students, staff, and alumni about the history of Clemson, it is not something that Clemson can go back and change. Therefore, the best course of action that Clemson can do is to embrace their roots and use their knowledge about what happened to make sure that such injustice and prejudice is not allowed to ever take root on Clemson's campus again. The Civil War was one of, if not the worst event in America's history, and it did not solve all the problems that it set out to. However, when the civil rights movement was ignited in the 1960s, the leaders on both sides learned from the Civil War to make sure another war would not take place. This is why we saw many peaceful protests by the African American leaders and the failure of the Ku Klux Klan to keep the Jim Crow laws in place. The KKK attempted to resort to violence, much like we saw during the Civil War, because they did not learn from the past that violence is not the answer, whereas the civil rights leaders did learn and were able to use their newfound knowledge to advance their cause and human society as a whole. A quote by former President Dwight Eisenhower perfectly explains how Clemson must approach the situation about their history. Together we must learn how to compose differences, but not with arms, but with intellect and decent purpose. For this reason, it is important to embrace Clemson's history instead of keeping it hidden.